So, my son forgot to take out the garbage, which means that the trash is going to start overflowing. And the next bag that goes in, well, won't go in, it'll have to go next to the trash can. And trash day was yesterday. And so the challenge now is I have to get that trash from my house to the church dumpster because we don't have the capacity to put any more trash in this week. And there's a whole nother week until the trash man comes again. And for some people that might not be such a big deal, but we have 9 people who live in this home with us, and I love that dog. We make a lot of trash. So for some people this might again seem trivial, but this time 2 days from now raccoons and everything will be in the trash, and so emergency, we gotta get the trash out. So trash bags, gloves. And so the last time I did this, I transported the garbage in the back of my SUV, and I double bagged it and even put it in these plastic bins to keep the trash juice from spilling on my carpet. And that didn't stop my car from smelling like trash for a few days. And so now I set up earlier this morning. I texted my buddy Albert because we're going out to lunch today, and he has a pickup truck, and so we're going to that smell stinks so bad. We're going to use the bed of his pickup truck before we go out to lunch, and so kind of in a hurry. Let's get it. I'm so blessed that we don't have babies who wear diapers. What do we eat? It smells really horrible. And we're off. Trash bags ready to go as soon as Albert gets here. Whew. Go wash my hands. Forgot recycling. Oh well. Take that out in a second. I'm gonna go wash my hands. Yo, Albert came through like a champ. Everybody needs a friend like Albert. Time to get the car, I got the last one. There we go.
Yeah, it's just right by that Chevron station.
Okay, I know that one. Miles took me over there before.
Yeah, and I'm actually going to eat first, then come back and grab my stuff just in case people don't snatch it off the back of the bed.
Okay.
While we're eating.
Cool, makes sense.
Cool.
All right, meet you over there, man.
Sounds good.
Thank you, sir.
I didn't do anything. I didn't follow stuff.
Hey, my car didn't smell like trash this week. It's about to go down. Oh, I'm sweating. I told y'all about my last car that didn't have heat. This one doesn't have AC. Oh, but that breeze is good. We're about to check out some Casa Arandina. Dina's. It's a different name from the last time I ate here. Yeah, it's been a minute.
Pretty good. We ate here last time when we.
Yeah, it was really cool hanging out today with Albert. He came through in the clutch when it came to getting rid of the trash in my backyard that could have potentially caused a problem when the raccoons, possums, neighbors' cats, squirrels found themselves in the garbage because the lid wasn't going to close and the bags would have to be set next to it. And so he helped out tremendously, and it was a perfect illustration of how we are in life. You know, we often go through life and we're challenged with the residue of sin, and so we accumulate this spiritual garbage, if you will, and that can be anything from addictive behaviors to bad attitudes to living selfishly. And a lot of times people don't want to be around it. I can remember one of my first jobs was at the wastewater treatment plant as a teenager, and I hated going to work because it smelled so bad. And the ugly thing about it, by the end of the summer, like the smell was still bad, but I was used to it. It's almost like that Febreze commercial. You know, you go nose blind to it. And just because the trash in our hearts is not in the forefronts of our mind, it doesn't work that way. Out of sight, out of mind. Allowing that trash to remain, allowing those things like selfishness, addictive behaviors, gossip, you is detrimental to our spiritual walk with God. And it takes a concerted effort for us to say, you know what? I'm going to take the trash first from my little bitty trash bin in the kitchen or the restroom, and I'm going to take it out to the bigger trash receptacle in the yard. And then we take it to the street, and someone in this big trash truck typically comes and takes it to the dump eventually. And so that's the way that it goes. But since we missed it, we had to deal with the repercussions of not acting in a timely fashion to deal with the trash in our life. And I think that's really what us as believers have to do. We have to actively deal with the trash in our lives and in our hearts. And we do that through Christian fellowship. I would say biblical fellowship. That's not you just calling your girlfriend or your homeboy and just dumping all of your anger and getting them involved, and now you're both mad and wanting to go ride on somebody, or whatever the case may be. But it's going humbly and saying, hey, bro, like, this is what's going on in my heart. Help me. But oftentimes we don't want that. We just want to mingle trash. We want the trash in our heart, to touch the trash in our heart, because it makes us feel better. It makes us feel justified for our sins and the things that we know we shouldn't be doing and the things that we know God would not be pleased with. Instead of going to that brother and saying, hey, brother, I'm struggling. Can you pray for me? Can you help me through this situation? Like, I have this art in my heart. I have this ill will in my heart towards this other person. And I don't want it there. I want to love this person like Christ loved the church. They don't agree with me on this certain situation, but I want this situation to grow me into a more mature person that I can say, you know what, we can disagree, but I can still love you through that disagreement. And so we don't want that. We want somebody to jump on our side and tell us, yeah, you're right, let's do that. And what that's doing is that's filling the garbage can to the point where it's going to be filled up and it's going to spew over. And then we wonder why we go through some of the things that we go through in life. We wonder why people don't really want to deal with us. And then we get on social media and we blast people like, we go crazy on social media talking down about people and trying to accumulate people to us and jump on our side. The Bible talks about this. It talks about people in the last day having itching ears. And in this globalized world, you can pretty much find someone to agree with you in your wrongness in any given time, and other miserable people, other people who haven't taken out their trash, they come alongside you and y'all walking around like a bunch of Oscar the Grouches wallowing in your trash, and we're supposed to be taking it to the cross. We're supposed to be taking it to Jesus so that he can alleviate some of the hurt and the pains in our lives. And so we walk around all the time just angry, and sometimes for a reason. I'll take that back. Well, we walk around angry a lot of times and just bitter. And we're supposed to have the joy of the Lord, and we're supposed to be going out, and we're supposed to be loving our neighbor. We're supposed to be doing what Jesus would be doing if he were walking in our shoes. Remember the old bracelets, what would Jesus do? We should be doing what Jesus would do, not just wondering and pondering about what Jesus would do. We should be doing those things and impacting people by loving on people. And that doesn't mean people who will just show up to our churches. That doesn't mean just people who will come into our circles of influence and agree like us. That means loving on people who are different than us, that believe different than us. And not because we want to get something out of them or to promote our agendas, but it's what God would have us to do, because God said he is love. And so we should be expressing that love. Like the video I put out yesterday, it talked about how can you say that you love God who you can't see, but you can't actively love your brother who's right there in front of you. That's a challenge. And so I'm rambling a little bit, but the notion of the illustration of the day is to take the garbage out. And I needed help from a friend to take the garbage out, because the last time I tried to do it in my car ended up smelling like trash. I was ill-equipped to take the garbage out. And so, one, we have to be willing to take the garbage out. Two, if we can't get there, we need to bring another friend along with us, someone alongside us to say, hey, like, I'm dealing with this stuff. Can you help me get rid of this in my heart? And then lastly, prayer and taking it to the cross. Like, asking your friend to partner with you in prayer. Asking God to help you with the pain that you're feeling that's underneath. Like, what is the reason I'm feeling this way? Because half the time, if you're honest, half the time when you're just mad out of control, if you'll stop as a Christian and evaluate your life based upon what God has called you to do and God is telling you to do, you will say, wow, I don't have a right to be mad like this. And I'm not saying every situation, but I'm saying most of the time, man, when I talk to people, the stuff that we get mad about, if we stop and slow down and breathe and look at it from the lens of Jesus, then we wouldn't be so mad. And the reason we get so mad is because we allow the trash to pile up, to pile up, to pile up, and we get nose blind to it. And before you know it, we're walking around in a trashy situation, and we wonder why we don't have the peace of God. And so anyway, that's my little talk for today. I'm gonna be doing more of this content. Like I said, if you made it to the end of this video, like, subscribe, let me know if you like this format. Comment in the comment down below if there's anything that you want to hear talked about on this channel. I'm gearing up for vacation, so in the summertime I'm a student, and so I don't have classes right now, and so I can get to more content. This is gonna become my thing, and so help me out with that. Like, subscribe, comment in the comment section, and I hope this bless somebody. And don't forget that we are here to know God, love others, and show it. Peace. I'm out.